Yeah, obviously thrilled with the win. Tremendous amount of obviously respect for Buffalo and their program, championship level program. Again, I said it yesterday. It kind of cheapens what they've become as a program by calling them the premier mid-major, a model mid-major program in college basketball. Kind of cheapens because there's nothing mid-major about them. Tremendous team, tremendous guards, and a big-time program. So to come here and beat them, by double figures, and really take control in the second half. Obviously thrilled with the win and excited to get a chance to play in the semi tomorrow.
Your questions for the players first, guys?
Brendan, end of the game there, you had fans, showering your number. How good did that feel to be praised by UConn Nation coming all the way down to Charleston to support you?
It definitely felt good. We played a great team game, so just to feel the love at the end of the game, it felt great.
You were kind of pressed into service, obviously more minutes than you were expecting. Is it good because you don't even have a chance to get nervous, like your coach, before the game and tell you you're going to play 30-some minutes? Does it feel a little easier to just kind of get thrust in there?
Nah, it's basketball. We stay ready, so we just stayed ready and came in ready to play. Got a good team win.
Brendan, are you showing the player you are? These last few games, last year there were some struggles, but is this the real you? Tonight and so far this season by and large.
Yeah, it's definitely the real me that we're seeing right now. And I'm just gonna continue to improve. So we're just gonna keep getting better.
Is it just more confidence? I mean, what's led to your better play this year?
I say confidence is a big part of it. I work real hard. The coaches work real hard with me. We work real hard as a team. So I feel like my confidence is real high right now.
How important was that stretch at the end of the first half where you guys got tied at halftime and then came out?
I think it was extremely important. I think it shows the growth in our team, from last year to this year. A lot of guys we have a lot more experience with each other, between the coaching staff and the players. And I just think that our will to win is a lot more this year, just because we know what we're capable of, and then we want to prove it to ourselves that we are capable of winning. And like Coach said, that was a tournament team. That was a great matchup, yeah.
How important was three-point defense, obviously, closeouts and rotations and getting all the shooters tonight?
Big time. They have a lot. Their guards are really, they have a lot of depth at that guard position. It was extremely important. But I just think overall defense, they had guys crashing, guys are going to the basket as well. They have attack guards, they don't really have too many pass-first guards. They all trying to get a bucket for real. So I think it just shows, our will to win. I'll just say that, our will to win as a team, not just, and we weren't individuals out there. I believe we were a full team out there, and I think it showed.
Christian, can you speak to the poise and composure that the freshmen showed? There were times when all three of them were out there at once. They didn't seem overwhelmed by the moment. Can you speak to that a little bit?
I just think they showed it. I don't think I really need to speak for them. They showed it. They're really talented guards. And then with a Cook as well. We have talented freshman coaches expressed that since they committed. So I just think it was important for them. Just to get out there. As a group, because they're the future of the program. And to be out there in crunch time minutes when we needed them, BA needed a break at times, I needed a break at times, and to see them out there and be able to compete and help us keep a lead, I just think it shows for their confidence and their future growth.
Thanks, out of here. All right, see you guys.
Dan, how close is this to what you might call a Dan Hurley game? The kind of game that you want to play, maybe you couldn't play it last year as much as you wanted to. How close is this to the model of what you want?
Yeah, gritty. I just thought we were gritty today. Because that's one of the toughest, most physical, in-your-face teams that you'll play in terms of Buffalo. And we were able to match it and surpass it, and we did that. With some really young players, I just think overall, just the maturation of Christian and Altariq as leaders, put like guys like Brendan and the freshmen in a position to play as well as they did for us. And Brendan, really, those guys have done a kind of a great job. Last year was a serious transition year. The buy-in, it's never where you want it to be in year one, but the buy-in is now, closer to all the way in, and that's when you get those types of, gritty performances. We look like a team of fighters and high-level competitors today, and you can win a lot of games, by competing at the highest level.
How was Altariq, and was the fact that Brendan's playing so well, I don't know what James or Altariq told you, but was it easier to leave him there if that was an option?
No, it was not an option to go with Al. Al thought it was, but it wasn't. Just the medical decided based on how he looked to start second half that that it was that we pulled him. So.
Dan, just in addition to getting a good win tonight, you're on the right side of the bracket. You have a future conference opponent that you're going to play tomorrow, which should be a great atmosphere. Both teams traveled well. Just how gratifying is that to be on that right side of that bracket with that type of matchup, with the resume building, everything that goes into taking step one here tonight?
Yeah. I mean, you never really, to be honest with you, you never. I didn't really know who was on our side until we got here. But like you just go into one of these types of MTEs and the thought of losing the first game and heading into, consolation, hell for me, that was very unsettling. And, it was something that I did, think about when I let myself get a little bit, in a dark place about what could, you want to come into these tournaments, you want to win the first game. And now for us, we've had two great wins in a row. Beating Florida at home, great win. That team we played today is going to be a 20, potentially probably like 25 win team when it's all said and done. NCAA tournament team, neutral site with the starting point guard out. And now we get a chance to play a top 20 team again on a neutral site. So, tomorrow will be exciting, man. We obviously we know that super challenge, but like. These people are crazy, man. Everything that everyone said about this job is true. From the media to the fans, man. Crazy.
Yeah, could you have mapped out a better way for James to start off, well, other than the first three games, of course, but just in terms of not only his production for today, but even the minutes and kind of not the pressure on that?
Yeah, I would say this: when you start to feel like things are like your programs is in the right direction. There were tough choices to make in the second half about who to play, because even with Altariq out, like Book Knight gave us really good minutes, 8 points in 11 minutes, and you just see, and 6 rebounds. I mean, that dude is a serious talent, and he doesn't even know what's going on out there. Gaffney was really good, a cook in the first half. He was amazing in the first half. Like Brendan was great. Obviously you never want to take Christian off the court. Tyler's such a threat. I mean, that you feel much better about your team this year as opposed to where we were last year, because now you're like struggling over personnel decisions, not in like this guy's killing us so bad, I got to get him out, as opposed to which guy that's playing really well for us do I go with right now.
Can James play point?
Not well. No, we were stuck. I mean, we were jammed up. We couldn't really get into a lot of our actions, just because we had guys on the ball that were not used to initiating some of our actions. So we're obviously I'd be shocked if we saw Al anymore. This week here, I guess we'll see. But we're going to have to. We got like a 50-minute shoot around tomorrow to try to get organized for the hell of a defensive team.
Danny, can you say what Altariq's injury was?
Ankle sprain.
Is it confidence the thing with Brendan?
Yeah, I mean, when I recruited Brendan and listen, at Rhode Island, we had some of we had one of the deepest backcourts in the country, nothing but quality. And I felt like Brendan would be, when E.C. Matthews and Jared Terrell and, Jeff Doughton and Fats Russell, he'd be next in a long line of great guards that we brought in there. So you saw Brendan's capabilities there. He's got great pedigree, comes from a great basketball family. And, that's what he's capable of, man. He's got talent. Guy's a player.
With about 4 minutes to go, you called a play, drawing Brendan towards you, and then you turn it over. And then either possession after that or 2 possessions later, is step back 3.
Yeah.
So you said he has the talent, but did you know he had that killer instinct in him?
That's Brendan's. That's the issue with Brendan. Athletic, strong, tireless worker, really, really skilled. It's a confidence thing. It's a self-belief that it just takes some players a little bit longer than others. But in their career, I mean, he didn't exactly walk into a program that where that was functioning at a high level that would allow him to grow and mature and develop. He walked into his freshman year. He didn't exhibit the growth we wanted to because it wasn't, it was a little bit dysfunctional, in a transition year. So he's better, and a lot of these guys are going to perform better just because, the program is just, it's stable, it's together. We're obviously a little underdeveloped, and we got to keep going. But he's in a great environment every day, surrounded by good teammates and a program that's going in the right direction.